I wouldn't miss the ending for the world with you guys. The heart always knows, you know. I'm just sitting out here and feeling the heart right now. It's one of the things that I learned this year. The heart always knows. And God did a lot of work on me this year, and I will not allow it to go to waste. The heart knows that this is the time period, at any day, could be tomorrow, could be next week, but by the end of this year, this is it. And I'm out here leaving you my finest. This will be a video like never before, and I'm going to leave you my best. And we're going to watch it all together. We're going to watch this all end together. And today I would like to, in the light of Christ, expand on the Hopi prophecy. I've seen so much this past year, and sometimes in life, especially our empaths out there, you don't want to see certain things. I left a message, how God reveals the truth to you. And as you're getting these very powerful messages, if you haven't seen that one, I encourage you to watch it. One way or the other, God will reveal the truth to you. God has revealed the truth to me. We are in the Hopi prophecy, and a lot of you knew about the Hopi prophecy. The Rainbow Warriors were different colors, classes, and creeds, right? And that ancient text was written on the physical level, and I'd like to expand it into the energetics as well. When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people will come onto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and whom by their actions and deeds will make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. Regardless of who you are, you need to embody the warrior at this time period, because the intensity of the truth, because that's what this is about. You know, people, I think you know that, you know, you respect others regardless of their color, class, or creed, and we don't judge people. And it's really about, as I've shared for many years, the content of character. When I was out here years ago and I shared with all of you, life is a series of choices that we make that reveal our content of character. And you have to go beyond the labels, even at the energetics. Regardless of maybe what a person claims or a being claims to be. You know, some people claim, or, you know, entities claim to be, oh, a beautiful angel. Oh, they're a beautiful angel, right? Or some people, you know, they might look a little spooky, if you will. Oh, maybe they're a demon. You know, oh, this is a Pleiadian, a light being, or this or that. You're going to have to go beyond all of this, because what I've seen in the past year, the things that I've seen, you cannot unsee. We are at the end. I suited up today. It feels appropriate. And I wanted to leave these very powerful keys to the universe, as I shared over the years. That's what I'm leaving for all of you. A lot of things I want to put out today. You know, I talk about honor I talk about honor code. You know, I've shared and I said the people, the whole people, all the people of the world are going to see that a man of principle cannot be moved. And you know, these are very, these concepts, these energies, they're missing from this failing world. It's a failing world. And it's on life support. And, but it goes beyond that. And I'd like to reflect on my everyday life. This is just who I am, who I always was, you know, innately, you know, the heart always tells us, you know, the inner child. I've been sharing it with the community for years. It's about who you were years ago. Today, I want to share a word with everyone. And this was part of my life. And I, you know, when your high commander was younger, I used to wear the tank tops. You know, a lot of people wearing tank tops with maybe a logo on it, words and so on and so forth. Years ago, this tank top really called to me. It was a blue tank top, I'll never forget it. Blue tank top, had a beautiful symbol and a sword in the background, and it had a big word on it. And that word was valor. That's how I live my everyday life. And you know, back in my 20s, you know, I didn't understand the things that I was set forth to do by God. I didn't understand these things. I used to wear that tank top, the blue tank top, I'll never forget it. And it had the word, it's not in my life anymore, it was old. It said valor, okay, it said valor. And on our journey, we're gonna see this, we're gonna see it all play out. As I stood out by these rocks and I said, God is gonna show the people, and that was the message that God left to Michael. And the message was, don't tell the people, show the people. No matter what, we show the people. And you know, to witness a lot of what I have seen, sometimes we don't want to see these things. I had great visions. This whole process was a fine-tuning, as I shared with the community. This was a fine-tuning of our intuition. This was a fine-tuning of seeing clearly. And this was the fine-tuning that we speak our truth. A lot of people in the world, they can't speak their truth. But no matter what, when the king speaks vibrational frequencies, cymatic frequencies into the ether. And in this game of life, in this matrix, you're going to have to see beyond. You're going to have to realize the power that you have. And sometimes the toughest choices in life, they require the will. The will beats the skill, kid. You know, it was very skillful what I've seen this year. It was very skillful, Light Warriors. But they didn't realize the will. You know, I've seen a lot. I've heard from my brothers and sisters the pain, the suffering. God worked on me too long this year for me to waste it. So we go out on our shield. I told everyone, the only thing we're not doing is looping again, no matter what. Hopi Prophecy Rainbow Warriors. Remember? All this time, all these years. And you might have witnessed this year. You're gonna have to realize these things. You know, I've been sharing with the community, you're gonna have to see things. You're gonna have to see them for yourself. I've seen things I didn't want to see. I had to come to terms with things. And we come to these terms, right? Because we talk and we move forward in life. And if you have this personal relationship with God and you start to set these boundaries with God and the universe, and that's how God tells you how to move up to the final moments. I'm all about respect. I've always been this way. No matter what, I'm here to tell you all, if you don't live by your word, you have nothing. If we don't live by our word, we have nothing. And I lead by example. I am a man of my word, no matter what. Years ago, I gained a lot of respect. A lot of people respected me, yeah. I was disrespected by like never before years ago. And even though I was disrespected, I carried out my duties till the final moment. And people say, what are you still here for? You don't have to be here no more. I said, this is just how I'm wired. I laughed with my friends. They knew my time was up. I knew the sun was setting on that part of my journey. And I showed up every single day till the final seconds. And I gained respect from many people. And you know, you can see the writing on the wall. You feel it in your heart chakra. You feel it. I know there's thousands of people, there might be a million people watching this. And you can comment down below if you feel this in your heart chakra. No one's going to tell you. Okay, this was what this whole thing was about. This was about trusting your inner voice. This was fine-tuning the intuition. This is what it was all about. And today I leave this, the Hopi prophecy. You knew that ancient text for many years. And we're going to go much deeper. We're going to go beyond the color, class, and creed tonight. You're going to have to realize it was always about the inner frequency. It was always about the content of character. It was always about love. It was always about unconditional love, kid. It was always about the free will of people. You know, if people don't have free will, there's no point in this game. Did you know this? I came to observe, and I observed. And I carry out my mission. I keep my word. And even if there's one man out there that hears this, you keep your word to the end, because no one could ever take it away from you. You gave everyone, you gave every entity, every person, every energy that's out there, you gave them as many second, third, fourth, and fifth chances. And you go all the way to the end. So then when you go out into the sunset, you knew that you performed at your finest in inopportune conditions. Not only did you have honor, you carried your life with valor. And that's what I did, kid. I feel this right now. Feel the heart pumping. I'm sure there's people around the world. There's so many people that are part of this channel for years. And I want to leave you my finest right now. Things that I held in for years. And I know the time is now. I don't have to have anyone tell me that. I know this time. I know where we're at. And there's going to be people out there that you feel it too. There's going to be people that deny you. And if you feel it in your heart chakra, why don't you smash the like button so the whole world hears this today? Why don't you do it? I don't have to listen to anyone. That's why God made me the authority. This is what I taught the people for years. I left this lesson. My lessons last the test of time. This was never about the external authority. This was about the internal authority. And the legacy that I leave, I don't know how the next weeks, could be a day. We don't know. Nobody knows the day or time. But we know it's imminent because you feel it in your heart chakra. All animals are able to pick up on vibration and frequency. And, you know, the ones that are disconnected, they might gaslight you, but you feel these things. Share it with the community in the comments. If you feel these things, you feel them right before it pops off. I could sit out here in the light of Christ. I know the answer. I know the answer. I see the writing on the wall. And where I'll go, I don't know. I don't know where I'll go. I told you, I left a message. I'm out here. I'm actually sitting on the rock right now, but I stand in authenticity, right? It's a phrase. I'm sitting on the rock. Destination unknown, kid. And we hold these things in our heart chakras, the only thing that's truthful. A lot of people are going to be mystified. A lot of people are going to be astonished. A lot of people might even be afraid of what's coming up in the next days, weeks, or month. 999. It's over, kid. Hopi prophecy. These things, they resonated in my soul for years. I'm out in nature, leaving this. In the end, it's, and I want to embrace this. You know, I have so many fond memories. I've been sharing it with the community out here, the sacred stones, you know? And, you know, I was just a kid from Brooklyn. I want the whole world to know. When you're out there in the world, and it has been intense, and you have no idea what's about to pop off. It doesn't matter what your background was. It was always your innate. It was always what was inside your sacred heart since you were a child. And each and every one of us, the rainbow warriors of the Hopi prophecy, all different backgrounds. Your background, you were given that for a reason. Don't sell yourself short, okay? The signs are right before our very eyes. I remember all the oracles that came into my path, the divine feminine, right? All the people that left me messages. The people that popped up out of nowhere, maybe out here on the beach. The people that watched me from a distance. You allowed your high commander to figure out everything on his own. That's the respect. No master, no guru. Things that have never been done before. That's what I set forth to do. Hopi prophecy, rainbow warriors. Go beyond the color, class, and creed. Some of you go out there into educating yourself, spirituality, ascension. You go out there on the internet. Do you know about the internet? Right? And you're navigating the waves of great stuff and a bunch of illusions as well. You cannot judge anyone or anything by their label. You had to get your clairs up, kid. I told you for years. Do you know the time is now? Do you know where we are? I've seen too much this year, and God put too much work in me. And I'll never forget everything. I was always watching. I know many of you were always watching. And I will not just allow it to go to waste. I will never allow it to go to waste. Never. Nope. I'm grateful. I am grateful to God. I've seen so many things. You see these things. You don't want to see them. And that's what this energy, that's what this final burst was about. Because, you know, you thought you saw clearly in 2020, but there was so much more. And I'm sure there's people that are commenting down below. You were going through this journey and you thought you saw everything. You thought you had clear vision in 2020. This is the divine timing, because once you see, you could never unsee. I left a message recently. The quantum shift is instant. It is at that moment once you have seen the truth, and you can never go back. I want to enjoy this. These are the messages that some of the things, and I'm leaving you something today, and there's a lot of stuff that's coming in that I want to leave you all. I've held these things in for a while, and some of them were from this year, and stuff I held in for the divine timing. And we're all gonna watch this. We're gonna watch it all together. And I hope that the people that get this message, you will learn through your high commander self-respect, and write these words down and embody them. You have self-respect, you have honor, you have valor. And these things, they're not part of the world right now. You see a world full of fear. And where was the unconditional love? I seen a lot. I really did. And sometimes we don't want to see our own destiny, but deny it, run from it, destiny still arrives. I know there's people that are hearing this message. I've keep it at 100 all the way to the end. And you know the time. Leave it in the comments. When I move forward in the place of authenticity as the leader, as the king. When I speak the cymatic frequencies of truth, the Most High, the Christ. That's what this journey was about, to get closer to the truth. And that God has shown me the truth, and I will continue to hold on into the final hours, into the last moment, because I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my principle. In the same way that I did things in the past, but I will never be disrespected. And God wanted me to see the whole thing. This is why when you reach the pinnacle, when you reach the top, when you stay connected to the source, when you go directly to God, and there is no middleman. I said this for years. There was never a middleman here. You know who's here? I am. I appreciate you all. I'm going to get up for the beautiful ending that we've always had. I wanted to embrace this. I know the time. I want to embrace it with all of you. And, you know, sometimes you got to go out on your shield, kid. Strap in, buckle up. It's coming. This was the journey of self-discovery and remembering. Remember who you are. Remember the power that you possess. And remember, we cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious that we are the embodiment of the Hopi prophecy. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it, please share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. Find us in the 5th dimension. Have a wonderful day living your everyday life. I just want to take it all in. The stuff we dreamed about as kids. That's what it was. I love you all. You're my family. You're really my family. And I appreciate everyone. And this is it, kid. So I feel it. This is where I want to be, these final ones. And the 4 of you. It looks like you're going to get your opportunity. This is your High Commander. And I decided to come and be with you all on the ground. Buckle up, kid, because one way or the other, it's destiny time.